So hello everyone, this is Bert Herald, dietitian at Carilion Clinic, and I wanted today to do a quick video on the basic use of MyFitnessPal, and I wanted to show you how to look up statistics on your nutrition, because that's something that I work with a lot with my patients, and it's a feature that a lot of times people are not sure how to access it and they don't know that it exists. So this is the screen that you'll be presented with when you first launch the tool. It's called the desktop. This is an example from my login with MyFitnessPal. So you're presented with this screen that shows you your calories, and for my case right now it's listed as 1900. That's the calorie total for the day. Before you enter any food, you have that sort of shows how much calories you've got left. And it shows you how many calories you used for food, what you burn for exercise, etc. I wanted to point out something that was not clear to me when I first started using this tool, after they started making changes to the tool about a year ago, is you have to scroll up to see your weight progress. So there it shows like a weight graph. And if you click the little plus symbol, it brings up kind of your recent weight and you can enter your weight. Some people don't know that exists and they're not able to enter their weight. So I wanted to make sure you knew. I am using an iPhone, so if you're using a Samsung phone or, a different type of phone, it may show up a little differently, but I think basically you scroll up on all these phones and you'll get to that. The thing I wanted to point out as well, on the lower right of this screen, you'll see this ... more, and that's where you're going to access other information that might be really helpful to you. The one thing I wanted to really point out is the nutrition. So I clicked on that ... more, and about 6 or 7 items down, you'll see nutrition. It looks like a pie chart. If you click on that, it's going to bring up a view of your nutrition. So it's going to sort of show different stats for you. And this is just a sample. I don't keep a regular journal in here. I kind of use this for my patients. So some of these stats are a little off kilter here for this particular example. But at the very top, it's going to show, there's a drop-down menu. It says week view. If you click on that, you can go to day view, and I think that's what it defaults to, is day view. And it'll show you things like your protein, your carb, fiber, sugar, fat, saturated fat. You can scroll down, trans fat. It's got a place for sodium, potassium. The ones to keep most note of really that are the most accurate generally with MyFitnessPal, especially if you use the green check marked food items, are protein, carb, fiber, sugar, fat, saturated fat, and then if you keep going, sodium. Those are pretty accurate, and I would pay attention to those. When we get down towards the bottom here, calcium, iron, vitamin C, vitamin A, a lot of times those aren't, from my experience with the tool, those aren't really updated very well. But the top section of stats are well updated, and what's helpful is you can go to this weekly view. If you click on that top little drop-down menu at the top where it says day view, you can click on week view. That changes that, and that gives you averages for the last week, and that's really helpful to kind of determine where do you stand. So right now, fiber shows 16 grams. Now, if a patient of mine had 16 grams, I would say, you want to try to get a little more fiber in your diet. You're averaging 16. You really want to try to be, around 20 to 30 generally for most people. And so that's something that you can use to really keep tabs on that. Another thing is sodium. 2196 is the average. That's pretty good for sodium. So if I see that with a patient, I'd say, you're doing pretty good with sodium. That's about where you want to be. So I wanted to point that out. It's something that you can look at anytime, and it will help you to kind of make sure you're having a healthy, nutritious diet as you go forward with your weight loss.